Hey, Evil Dead fans and prop makers alike, what's going on? It's Gothman, and I am back to you with no beard. I have not had the time to make any videos or do any prop work, so you haven't missed anything. I haven't really done much since I finished off my chainsaw, my Necronomicon, Brett's Necronomicon, and my dagger. I have been working on a couple of other things, which I'll show you the progress on. So, I have been revisiting the Phantom. So I am reworking a cowl into a Phantom, and so that is progressing very nicely. It's a urethane cowl. It was originally a makeshift, like CW-style reverse flash, but as you can see, this is not accurate to the CW or anything, so it wasn't really accurate to anything, which makes it perfect for my needs, because the Phantom does sort of have that. He was the original hero that had that domino mask, and so this sort of floating domino mask actually works really well for a futuristic sort of last Phantom. I'm a big fan of that particular run in the Phantom, which was done by Dynamite, with covers by the very famous Alex Ross. So, but that's not what we're going to work on today. I will be showing you some of those. What we are talking about today is rings. So these are some resin replicas of the Phantom ring, and these were the official promo rings from the Billy Zane film. And these are just resin copies that I made of my own metal ones that I have, but I have enclosed the backing, which they didn't have, because they had an open back. Much like this ring. As you can see, it has that open back, because when the ring was made, it was sort of a one-size-fits-all. An open-backed ring is usually something that's meant to accommodate 2.5 different ring sizes, because you don't know who's going to wear it. We are going to be molding a ring from Ash vs. the Evil Dead today. So Ash vs. the Evil Dead, they did cast certain people and make specific rings for them, like the Dalton character and the Marcus character. The ring sizes were known, so they built them appropriately. But Zoe wasn't cast at the time they made the rings, so her ring was made open-ended with a little less detail than the men's rings. Sexist. So that when they did cast somebody, the likelihood that the ring would fit them would be, probable. So, the ring is the Knights of Sumeria ring, and this is official. This is screen used. I did not win this auction. This is from Brett's Groovy Chainsaws. He has sent this to me so that I can mold this, and I'll be sending this back to him probably tomorrow after work. I get out at like 4. I'm working 8 to 4 tomorrow, so I don't know. But I'll mail this back to him, so within 48 hours, he'll have it back in the mail on his way to him. Sent it to me in like a 2-foot by 4-foot box because he was so paranoid it was going to get damaged. But I promise you it's not going to get damaged. You'll be fine. So, I really wanted to mold a men's ring, but the 3 guys who won it, one of them's in Italy, and I've been speaking to him on Facebook a little bit, but he's not going to send it to me from Italy. And there's another gentleman who got one about an hour from where I live in Hartford. He's down in Stamford. I can't get a hold of the guy, so if you know this guy, I think he runs the largest Evil Dead Facebook online group there is. I've been asking him and asking him. Nothing's going to happen to his ring. It's going to be fine. I just want to make a mold. Just let me make a mold. So we're going to do 2 different kind of molds. We're going to do a full-size mold of this so that you can get resin or cold cast copies, which is a stainless steel powder around it, of this just the way it is, just like this. It won't be as shiny unless I go over it with some paint and stuff, but it will have a steel coating and a steel composition inside mixed with the resin. And then we're just going to mold the cap. And the reason we're just going to mold the cap is because this is so small, there's no way I can upsize this to a size 12. Not without driving myself insane and sculpting the ring completely from scratch, which quite frankly I'm not doing. Because the head is so much smaller than the men's ring. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast the cap so that I can attach it to pre-existing rings that have a flat base or that would accommodate it and look nice. And then I can have a Knights of Sumeria ring that will fit on, my appropriate finger. You can also use, this was a Green Lantern ring that I made. I can pop off the Green Lantern symbol and put this on it. So I have a lot of options as far as making a full-sized ring, but the detailing has to be etched in by hand. I can't, if I put it on a separate ring, I've got to go in and make that by hand, and there's no nice, easy way to do that. So that's just art skill, and that sucks. So if somebody has one of the adult rings, I will pay to have it shipped to and from. I will mold it. I will give you a casting after I finish molding it. All I ask is just let me mold it so that fans can have this ring. So if you want one of the ladies' rings and you want it to look just like this in terms of size and shape, It's going to be a resin casting, but it's better than having nothing. And I can cold cast it if you want. It's more expensive because the stainless steel powder and the aluminum powder I use is not cheap. So it's going to cost you more because I'm not paying for you to have a nicer ring. You have to pay me. And if you want a resin one, those are cheap for me to do, so I can sell you those cheap. But if you did not win a fan auction and you want a Knights of Sumeria ring, you can reach out to me. Brett and I are starting a builders page, the Knights of Sumeria, fans of Ash versus the Evil Dead and the Army of Darkness. It's going to be on Facebook, but it's going to be called the Knights of Sumeria, and you will be able to order these rings and things through that page. You can also message us directly on our individual YouTubes. I will have the mold, so I will be doing all of the work. But, again, Brett and I are sort of teaming up on this. He's kind enough to lend me this, so I'm going to be kind enough to help out any of his fans who want one. And without saying that, let's go and show you the impression mold of making the cap and how we do that and how simple it is. And so that even if you don't send it to me, those of you who did win a ring, let me show you how easy this is to do. All right, so first thing we're going to start off with is some wax paper. And the thing you want to mold helps. When this is done, it'll be a resin cap. And if you want it to look metal, I can't encourage people enough to get... there's not much lighting here. Let me move it this way. Yeah, there you go. Malto liquid chrome. This stuff, this is a refill for the pen. Where's my pen? This guy. It's really good for hobby model making. It is the chromiest chrome that is out there, and no spray paint comes close. Not spastics, not anything. If you don't believe me, go watch Adam Savage's Excalibur build where he uses this through an airbrush, which is what I do. And it is the sickest chrome finish. So if you want something shiny like metal, Malto will get it done. So sand your surface as smooth as possible and hit it with that, and you are in good shape. The other thing we're going to need is what we're going to mold with. And I use the Amazing Putty, which is by Amylite, I believe. I think they're the parent company of Amazing. But anyway, it's a two-part, one-to-one mix. It comes in two different colors. You can buy this at Hobby Lobby. You can buy this at Michael's or Joann's Fabric or any of those craft stores. And so we're going to take this and we're going to do just a quick one-to-one mix, make an impression mold for you guys, just so you can see how easy it is to get even the cap face to put on any other rings you have. Okay, so we have mixed resin with stainless steel powder, several different ways. Cups are toast as a result. I'm going to have to buy some more measuring cups. This is the cap mold. This is the full ring mold. And then I always recommend having one of your other molds out for your excess. So those are my phantom ring caps. So I made more than I needed, and I ended up just pouring a couple extras just in case I need it. And this is an example of a cap. So as you can see, all the detail is captured. Looks really nice. This will buff up nice. This will silver. So this has a steel coating on it. So this is stainless steel powder over it. As you see on the back, that is the resin with the stainless steel powder mix. So it's not the same finish. This is a coating of stainless steel powder over it. That is supposed to be there, right? That's part of that. So I might have to go in with an etcher and just make a wee adjustment here or there. But for the most part, the entire detail of the ring is captured. Looks like there might have been one air bubble in there, but again, not a huge deal. So this will sit very nicely. Let's see here. So I have a ring. You can see the ring, and you just simply will grind this down silver coat it, finish it, and place it onto the ring. Once you grind it down, it'll be flush. And you can cap a ring with this. You can use it on something like, let me just, this might be a better ring to use actually for this. So if I use it on this ring, I'll be able to etch in the rest of the detail. I'll pull off the Green Lantern thing and just place that on it. And so I'll be able to have a full-size ring with the cap. So the caps are a nice little thing to be able to pop out, and they're really quick and easy to pop out. The full-size ring, we're going to see how that pull goes. These are always a little tricky. You have to let, even though it's quick-drying resin that I'm using right now, I need to let it sit for a long time because it's going to come out bendy. So we're going to let that sit. And then the Phantom ones, I know they already come out good. I already showed you an example of one of those. So all the detail gets captured. It's very nice. Yeah, so, and then the most important thing I want to show everybody, because I don't want people to get paranoid. Not only is the original completely unaffected, the first preliminary mold pull I did actually pulled out all the excess dirt and shit that I couldn't get out with my cleaning tools. So Brett's actually going to get this thing back shinier and cleaner than it was when it started. No, you don't have the show used dirt in the crevices anymore, dry your eyes, but hey, it looks nicer and shinier than it did before. So the next step will be a little bit of brass polish or bronze polish or whatever on the cap. Go over it with some Malto, some stainless steel. What the hell's going on here? Some stainless steel polish, and then I gotta do some gold leafing or something to get the gold done correctly. I'm probably just gonna buy some hobby gold and paint it because it's so small. I don't even want to use rub and buff for that. But anyway, the ring is ready to go back to its owner. As I said, it's going back today. So all of this mold and this mold, plus the original pull I did just to get the crap out of it, took me about an hour. So if you send me a full-sized ring from Ash vs. the Evil Dead, it'll come back cleaner and shinier, and it'll only take me an hour to do it, and then it'll be back to you, and I'm paying all the shipping costs. So we'll see how these guys came out, but as I said, if you want to do a comparison, let's do a one-to-one just really quick here. This will be fun. Sorry about the camera handling, but sort of rushing because I got to go to work here. But as you can see, the detail, it matches, man. All the detail got picked up in that mold, so that is a win right there. So now the Knights of Sumeria can have their rings. So if you need a cap or you need a full-size one, let me know. Where's Brett's nice little box here? Put this back in. And I'll place it back in the 9 pounds of packaging that he gave it to me in and ship it back to him. And it's that simple. So if you need a ring or you want to have something that you want molded, let me know, man.